Hello, I'm Alice Yang, and it has been my privilege to serve as the Provost of Stevenson College. I'd like to welcome Chancellor Cynthia LaRive, our keynote speaker Stephanie Fu, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2020. But first, I'd like to begin by acknowledging that the land on which we gather is the unceded territory of the Awaswa-speaking Upi tribe. The Amamutsan tribal band, comprised of the descendants of indigenous people taken to missions Santa Cruz and San Juan Bautista during Spanish colonization of the Central Coast, is today working hard to restore traditional stewardship practices on these lands and heal from historical trauma. This is my 10th and last year as provost, and this farewell is bittersweet because Stevenson truly is a special community. We have amazing faculty and staff whose dedication to you is unparalleled. You're also about to join the ranks of our alumni who have helped sustain our college with their commitment of time, energy, and financial support. But what I will miss most of all is working with you, our incredible students. I know it hasn't always been easy, and now you're getting your degree at an extremely challenging time. Our community, state, nation, and indeed the entire world is facing an uncertain future. Many of you may be anxious about your health, your family, jobs, and the economy. But what you need to remember now is the courage and strength you've already demonstrated that has led to this moment of great achievement. So many of you have had to confront financial struggles, medical problems, mental health issues, and emotional setbacks before getting to today. And that resilience that you've already displayed will serve you well as you confront the challenges of tomorrow and the future. We're all part of the UC system, one of the greatest public educational systems in the world, and we're all UCSC banana slugs. But Stevensonians are different. Like our namesake, Adlai E. Stevenson, our college recognizes that an excellent education goes beyond the classroom and into society at large. Those of you who started here as Frosh began your Stevenson experience with your summer core course assignment that asked you to read Jean-Paul Sartre's essay on existentialism and to explore what we all have in common as human beings and our social responsibilities to one another. These were not easy questions when you started at Stevenson, and they're still not easy. You may remember discussing what Sartre meant when he wrote, "We are condemned to be free." Now, as you graduate, I hope you will continue pondering and discussing the responsibility that accompanies human freedom. I'm confident you will choose wisely and act responsibly to make whatever community you join a better place. As Stevensonians, you'll join alumni across academic disciplines who have been engaged in the development of society. They've become political leaders, created policy organizations, led citizen-based coalitions, made important statements with their art, and contributed to major advances in medicine, law, the humanities, social sciences, arts, engineering, and science. Perhaps you'll be like Bev Crair, who defied gender assumptions in Silicon Valley and is now Vice President of Product Development and Quality at Lenovo. Or maybe you'll be like John Laird, who was one of our country's first openly gay mayors when he became mayor of Santa Cruz in 1983 and served as secretary of the California Natural Resources Agency before now running for the state Senate. Or maybe you'll be like Mark Okrand, who took his training in linguistics and used it to create the Klingon language. These Stevensonians exemplify our theme of self and society by maximizing both their individual potential and their contributions to their communities. We know that you will carry on this legacy. Which brings us to today's keynote speaker, Stephanie Fu. Her initiative, boldness, and determination makes Stephanie Fu an inspiring role model. Stephanie graduated from Stevenson College in 2008 with a degree in modern literature. A few years later, while working as a journalist and graphic designer, she decided she wanted to work for the radio show This American Life. So she borrowed some radio equipment, hitchhiked to the world's biggest porn convention, talked her way inside, and completed a podcast she called Get Me on This American Life. It worked, in part because she wasn't afraid to send her pieces to other alumni who helped her network, and after a short internship, she helped create the national public radio show Snap Judgment, where she's worked as a lighting director, story editor, second assistant director, and producer. She's also showcased her work on Pop-Up Magazine and podcasts like Reply All, 99% Invisible, and Radio Loud. But she's probably most famous for her work on This American Life, where she co-produced a series that was nominated for 3 Daytime Emmys in 2016 and won an Emmy for Best Directing in the Special Class category. An ardent advocate for media diversity, Stephanie wrote a viral piece for Transom about increasing racial and economic diversity in workplaces, and created an audio hackathon to diversify the way people can access and share audio. She was a Toe and Knight Fellow for Entrepreneurial Journalism and led the development of Shortcut, a revolutionary app for sharing podcast audio. She is currently a Rosalind Carter Mental Health Fellow and is writing a book called The Unmaking that explores the science and psychology behind complex PTSD through the lens of her own personal narrative of healing. It is my great pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker, Stephanie Fu.
Hello, class of 2020. I am so honored to be here with you today. Thank you, faculty, parents, Provost Alice Yang, and of course, today's graduates. First and foremost, congratulations. You earned a real celebration for your hard-won accomplishments over the last 16 years. You took the AP tests, you pulled the all-nighters, you did all of the boring reading. Okay, well, most of the boring reading. All while finding a time to smoke a bowl in the knoll and run around naked in the rain. That kind of determination deserves at least another bowl and a big-ass celebration. But instead, here we are on the internet. And I am genuinely sorry that after your hard work, you're being launched into a world and a job market that is filled with uncertainty. But that's why I'm really glad that I get to be your commencement speaker today, because I graduated in 2008. You guys were in elementary school at the time. So some stats about the Great Recession. The unemployment rate back then was 10%. Almost 1 million families lost their homes. And I'm not going to lie to you, graduating that year sucked. After I graduated, I had dreams of interning at Rolling Stone and becoming the next Hunter S. Thompson. But every newspaper and magazine I applied to was laying off its staff or worse, shutting its doors. I entered the workforce and I received rejection letter after rejection letter. I was unemployed for 6 months. Then I cycled through dead-end jobs that paid me just enough to survive on ramen and eggs. I was forced to grapple with the fact that I was fighting against a sea of older, smarter, and more capable job applicants, along with people with more connections who were richer or whiter. What did I have that somebody else didn't already have? But this is where I learned a very important lesson, that darkness is a brilliant incubator. In bright and easy times, we find ourselves cruising along the paths we laid out for ourselves. Dreams we concocted when we were 14 years old, dreams motivated by fame or fortune. In easy times, we careen forward without thinking too much about where or why we're going, planning only for the houses and the hot tubs of our future. In darkness, you're forced to be creative. You're forced to feel through the wreckage of those dreams, trying to find the core of what it is you actually love. You find yourself being forced to create your own opportunities to do those things. Since newspapers and magazines were all closing, I started listening to more radio and podcasts. I got hooked on a show called This American Life, and I decided that since nobody was going to pay me to do journalism, I just have to do it for free. I made my own damn podcast. I called it Get Me on This American Life. I was young and stupid. I was 21. I did not know what was newsworthy or important. And so I just decided to follow the things that I thought were interesting. I hitchhiked a ride to the world's biggest foreign convention. I went to a medieval war and got smacked in the head with a sword. Every episode was terrible, but making them was fun. I started sending it around to people. And it actually landed me an internship at a radio show called Snap Judgment. I was not the most well-educated candidate, or the smartest, or the one with the most radio experience, but the things that I thought were flaws turned out to be exactly what they wanted. They wanted someone who was young, and a person of color, and who knew more about Danger Mouse than Mozart. They wanted a Bay Area girl, a Santa Cruz grad, and not a Harvard one. They wanted someone who wasn't going to wait for permission, who was going to make her own stuff no matter what. And so they let me tell stories in my voice about the things that I cared about. 3 months after starting there, I was creating so many stories for them that they had to hire me as a producer. I helped build the podcast listenership from 5,000 listeners to millions. If I'd cruised into a New York journalism job after college, I probably would have gone down a very specific journalism career path. One that would have forced me into developing a very specific, elite New York journalism voice. I wouldn't have been able to find my own voice. I wouldn't have been able to learn that my youth and my inexperience and my immigrant background were all assets to be proud of. If I'd gone the easy route, I wouldn't have gotten to indulge in the rewarding courage of creating my own damn thing and in building an organization from the ground up. I didn't become the next Hunter S. Thompson, and I'm glad I didn't. I had the opportunity to become myself. Of course, I didn't just work hard. I also got lucky. And 2008 was a different world than today. 2008 was scary, but having a pandemic level our nation, that's even scarier. I don't want to minimize the suffering many of you may be feeling, the worry and grief you might feel for loved ones, the loneliness of isolation. In your journey, you may face more rejections than I did. You may struggle for longer and harder, and that might make you feel sad, even hopeless. You get to feel these feelings. They are valid. What I don't want you to feel is shame about feeling these feelings. And I don't want you to believe that these feelings of hopelessness will stick around forever. Feel. Mourn if you need to. And in time, those feelings will morph into something else. Janice Chance lost her son in Afghanistan in 2008. One of the hardest parts about losing him was she wasn't able to say goodbye. Today, she's counseling people who have lost loved ones to coronavirus, who weren't able to say goodbye to their loved ones in the hospital. She's teaching them how to process, how to survive. Darkness is an incubator for holding others through grief. Bhopal Pen survived the Cambodian genocide. He was separated from his entire family and lost 4 of his siblings. He was tortured and had to capture and eat frogs in order to survive. Today, Bhopal works as a therapist in San Jose, helping Cambodian genocide survivors heal from their wounds. He helps to end gang violence and stop domestic abuse. Darkness is an incubator for overcoming trauma and teaching others how to do the same. Dr. Nagar Fani experienced discrimination growing up as a woman of color in the South, as well as in academia. So she became a neuropsychologist and found hard scientific evidence that experiencing microaggressions and racism actually changes the structure of our brains. Her work is groundbreaking and restorative. Darkness is an incubator for creating systems that support all of us equally. These people may not be filthy rich or famous. They may not have the hot tubs and mansions. But to me, they are doing the most important and rewarding work you can possibly do in this world. These people have used their own darkness to shine a light for others. So that's what I want to leave you with today. As you enter the real world, at points you will inevitably wind up comparing yourself to the people around you. On Instagram or in an office waiting room as you compete for a job, it's easy to think, I'm not good enough, I'm not ideal because I'm black or brown or poor or sad or less beautiful. All of these perceived inadequacies are strengths. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, what your pedigree is, what degree of privilege you have, and what you've survived in this sometimes brutal world. Your unique perspective is valuable. You have worth and power. It is precisely your suffering and your weirdness and your flaws and all the other messy stuff that gives you the power to help others like you. And now is kind of the perfect time to figure out what our superpowers are. In a time where there is so much human suffering, we can learn what we can give. In a time where we are recognizing the deep brokenness in so many of our society systems, we need youthful ideas. The old ways have failed us. We need your visions of change to create a new, more equal, kinder world. Do not fear the darkness, class of 2020. Do not let it deprive you of hope. If you walk into it with love, vulnerability, kindness to others, and kindness to yourself, I can promise you will not fail. It is only in darkness when you can look down at yourself and find the ways in which you glow. I cannot wait to be part of the weird and wonderful world that you will make. Go out and get them, 2020. Thank you.
Good afternoon, distinguished guests, faculty, friends, family, anyone who's chiming in on this Zoom call. And most importantly, good afternoon to the graduating class of 2020. My name is Liliana Cortez, and I am honored to be your commencement speaker. Class of 2020, this is your address, and this is your day. Welcome to your 2020 graduation. Now, I know it took a lot to get here, and we've been through it all, starting with wildfires, PG&E power outages our first quarter, following with COLA strikes, mindlessly attending online classes, and now the current pandemic. If I'm being honest, I was not too fond about a Zoom graduation, but the fact that you are here at this very moment proves that you have something to be proud of. This recognition you deserve should not and will not be postponed. You have accomplishments worth sharing, moments worth remembering, family members, friends, mentors that deserve to see how far you've come. I understand that this time brings uncertainty for the future, and I know many of you, much like myself, are saddened by this year coming to an unexpected end a little earlier than we had expected. So I want to invite you all to remember the beginning of this calendar year 2020. Many of us had New Year's resolutions, and if you're like me, you don't even try to make one. Many of us believed that this year would be our year, because I can see clearly now with my 2020 vision. Now I know that this vision may be a little hazy at the moment, and it may be difficult to see the light at the end of the tunnel as we patiently wait for this pandemic to blow over. But in this difficult time, I want to revert your attention and give you all a sense of what it means to be a true Santa Cruzian. I want to give you this time to reflect. So reflect on what is important to you. Reflect on those relationships that keep you going through this whole situation. And if you need to stand up and hug your parents, friends, family members, whoever's with you right now, please do so. Reflect on your hard work and how you are here graduating in this very moment. I want you to think about those times when something didn't happen the way that you wanted. Some plans probably fell through. You didn't get the internship you were striving for. Or if you're anything like me, you're a first-generation college student. Woohoo! And coming into college was not an easy transition. Some relations probably did not stand the test of time, while others still hold true today. All of these events were integral in shaping the person that you are today. These moments of struggle come with so much beauty, but most importantly, we struggled and overcame. Who else can say that they survived this roller coaster ride their last year of college? Our time at UCSC was not easy, but do we truly appreciate something when it comes easy? I ask that you all shift your focus from this idea of 2020 vision to 2020 re-envision. Look at the world around you, and then recognize that our world needs reshaping. Class of 2020, the power is in your hands to recreate, reconstruct, and change this world. This is our time to seize the initiative. This is our moment, our world to shape. Every change we see in this world begins with a leader. And having endured the craziest of events, no one is better prepared to challenge this world than you. There's going to be many changes. Some may not go as planned. Some goals may not be achieved. But when that happens, reflect on your UCSC experience because you've been through it all. I challenge you to persevere and to be the change you want to see in the world. So with that, my fellow class of 2020, we made it. Whether you're graduating early or whether you stayed a while longer to learn how to shred some waves, our time at UCSC has made us resilient, and the best is yet to come. Congratulations, my fellow class of 2020.
Hello friends, family, and Stevenson College class of 2020. Well done. You've completed one of the hardest projects of your young adulthood. You've finished your 4-year college degree. No matter what major you are, you've shown your professors, TAs, peers that you've got what it takes to take on and accomplish huge goals. To imagine this moment as college freshmen would have seemed nearly impossible. We were bright-eyed and bushy-tailed teens ready to experience some of the best years of our young adult lives. And we've had a hectic 4 years. We came in during a polarizing and charged election year and are now leaving in the midst of a global pandemic. Whether we realize it or not, these events have shaped us, and they will continue to shape us as we go forth. Because of our experiences, we've become a generation of young adults that is driven to make the world a better place. This year's graduating class are future innovators, scientists, artists, doctors, engineers, and economists that will stir things up. We will ask questions, challenge the norm, and innovate like no one's seen before. As we prepare for life post-graduation in what seems like such a volatile and changing world, know that we, as the class of 2020, whether we know each other personally or not, have been bonded by shared experiences and challenges we have faced in our time here. You are not alone as you go forth to face what can seem like such an impossible world. Personally, one of the most important things that I'll leave college with is the wonderful relationships I have cultivated with so many slugs. The friendships through roommates, study groups, major peers, club sports, and everywhere in between I will treasure forever. And although we cannot be together in person, we know that the most priceless part of our college experience was those we met and surrounded ourselves with. We have created friendships that will outlive all of our lifetimes and people who will be there with you through the thick and thin. Although the end of our college experience is under circumstances less than ideal, the times we had the past 4 years have shaped us to be the adults we are today. And even if I could go back, I wouldn't change a single thing. Thank you so much to all of my fellow Stevenson peers for making this college experience so unforgettable. Whether we know each other personally or not, our shared experiences bond us in a way words could never explain. As we go forth to face what can seem like such an impossible world, know that you are not alone. Thank you, and congratulations.
Daniel Abulach. Vanessa Nicole Aceves. Natalie Bachtold Addy. Roshan Ahmed. Tristan Alvarado Arana Alexander. Robin Wright Alexandra.
Summer Alhers.
Riley McKenna Ambler. Steve Anaya. Julia Appleruth. Cameron Zoe Abadir Applegate. Kyle D. Ashburn. Nathaniel M. Austria. Jacob James Baker. Francesca Elizabeth Nevada Baldwin. Cyrus Baradaran-Azimi. Katie Lynn Barnes. Braden S. Beasley. Jesus Becerra. Aubrey M. Berger.
Joshua Bernstein. Oliana Betancourt.
Henry Alejandro Badar. Solomon Beers Ariel. Kelly Bitter. Fallon Bock. Noah Bowden Gologorski. Christian Bognot. Chelsea Lashai Boykin. Olivia Beatrice Brandt.
Joseph Bossard.
Catherine Bussell. Victoria Guadalupe Camacho. Sabrina Canales M. Natalie Serena Kansik. Marissa Cadigan. Daniel Cervantes, Michael Champion, Michelle Guanying Chan, Owen Tobias Chan, Daniel Choi, Autumn Vichel Christensen, Savannah Nicole Christie, Maria A. Chumbas, Desmond Clancy,
Lauren Cohen,
Tristan Brown Colby, Catherine Joy Collins, Liliana Andrea Cortez, Sabrina Machado Cristiana, Olivia M. Daniels, Christian de Guzman James, Allison Diaz, Anthony Diaz, Natalie Jessica Diaz, Sarah D. Michelle, Tai Ding,
Charlotte Donay Rochard,
Matthew James Dowich, Julia Helena Dursky, Samantha Rose Duskus, Neena Dye, Alexander Dyer, Darren Eam, Kenyon Eichel Ebert, Abteen Amin Ibrahimi, Megan Linda Eckert, Travis J. Edgren, Charlotte Eidelman, Audrey Ellis, Jose A. Escobar, Anastasia Egan Evans, Avery May Evans, Anthony Falcon, Talolape Familoni, Wenjiang Fang, Griffin E. Fay, Bonnie Feldberg, Haley Ferrafino Jers, Maria Anna Felice, Carmen Eva Finley, Rebecca Fisher, Danielle Fitzwater, Tristan Alexander Flag, Jonathan Flores, John Fawcett,
Ethan Foster,
Kathleen Rose Fraticelli, Nicholas Friedman, Phoenix Gallagher, Claudia Yvette Garcia, Sebastian Garcia, Emmanuel Garcia Vizcarra, Sean Gardner, Ariel Goldblatt, Aden Gonzalez, Marcos Gonzalez, Elliot Grant, Madison Gray Seamers, Kate Hirazade,
Tina Haghai,
Gavin Haight, Gabrielle Hall, Philip Michael Holtzmeyer, Colin James Harbison, Melissa Hartley, Sonia Hernandez, Margaret Jones Heatherwick, Catherine Therese Ho, Misha Holtz, Sean Elizabeth Hong, Samuel Hobson, Elizabeth Howard, Hang, Alex Naomi Hyatt, Yaman M. Ibrahim, Abigail C. Jacobs Kaufman, Parker Yannikis Jameson, Lila Michelle Jamshidi, Elizabeth Engel Jean, Marianne Giovanna Jimenez, Kasandra Johnson, Kayleigh Jones Faye, Giovanna Lisette Juarez Morales, Samantha Justrick, Juliana Rosanna Konski, Daria Karakulka, Rebecca Karp, Grace Kim, Sierra Page Kim, Mia Francesca Eva Knox, Megan Kong, Charlie Corman, Kurash Kumari, Amanat Kaur Kular, Adesh Kumar, Kayla Adore Dionisio Kumar, Kailash Lakireddy, Christina Leitai Heen, Paola Ixmccain Leon, Julia Lepe, Katrina Lewis, Calvin Liang,
Caroline Watson Liebman,
Jordy Lima, Emily Francis Lakshin,
Brenda Loera, Max Logan,
Joshua Joe Longo, Andrew Michael Lopez, Sydney Louie, Catherine M. Lai, Sophia Mack, Luis Fernando Maldonado, Claire Mann, Samantha Ashley Mann, Jessica Porter Marina,
Naum Markinson,
Adam Maeda, Keith T. McCarty, Kyle A. McCauley, Taylor McClintock, Ryan McCrory, Colin J. McKinnon, Tyler A. Metcher Sinise, Tatiana Marie Megardichian, Eleanor Milan Drahone, Cynthia Mendez Sanchez, Laurel K. Mentor, Lily Meyer, Mariah Mickens, Zedekiah Micah Minkin, Ayesha Minocha, Chaitra Mohanan, Daniel Mokhtar, Victoria Morales Kabatahe, Haley Elise Morrow, Noorlin Mualim, Danny Moyer, Kaylin M. Mudd, Mariah Rose Munoz, Tiffany Elizabeth Munoz. Lauren Murphy. Samantha Lynn Murray. Elena Nasher. Viviana C. Negrete. Jordan Nevin.
Jessica No.
David Nguyen MQ. Nayarith Nahayal D. Joanna Crystal Norita. Sabrina Francis O'Brien. Ogochi S. Ofoyogbu. Mark A. O'Neill. Kiki Kailin Ong. Isabella A. Ortiz. Rita May Austerhout. Antonia Palu. Alice Pearson Rickenbach. Lior Peled. Marcelo Pacina. Jillian Lee Peterson. Zoe E. Peterson. Andrew Pimentel. Kiana Pasula. Chiara Pompanin. Maria Ignacia Pupin Robel. Destiny Prado. David Quezada Estrada. Romir Quijano F. Denora Michelle Ramirez. Irvin Armando Ramos. Charles Armin Rauch. Joshua Joseph Rockwerger. Zoe M. Reed Bivens. Sydney Reed. Erica S. Rayhout. Isabel San Juan Reyes. Isela Jasmine Reyes. Farnaz Rezvani.
Muriel Richardson.
Skylar Richardson.
Jacqueline Rivera.
Roberto Rivera. Katarina Jane Rockwell. Kyle Rodney William. Jessa Rodriguez. Samantha Rodriguez. Maria L. Rodriguez Alfaro. Sam Pretzel Rosloff, Lauren Roundtree, Asia Rubalcava, Stella Marie Rugama, Eric Ryan,
Maggie Ryken,
Kayvon Saidi, Alexandra Sanchez Horning, Vidal Santiago, Emma Samantha Santos, Jeremy Saunders,
Raina Scherer,
Naomi Parola Shilp, Matthew Schultz, Stephanie Grace Segor, Adam Selkov, Jessica A. Senecal, Sadil Sawalt, Sarah Michelle Shapers, Shale David Sierra Conker, Kelly M. Simon, Taylor Singer, Tristan Singer,
Alex Sisoyev,
Taylor Michelle Slaughterbeck, Leela Alina Smallwood Garcia, Michelle Tabin Smith, Logan Kane Soloway, Tyler J. Songko Colvin, Kimberly Dayana Soria, Tyler Andrew Soriano,
Garrett Spanglet,
Essence Marie Spencer,
Zachary Spike,
Ellen Lee Takekawa, Jackson Parker Thomas, Jocelyn Denise Thomas,
Simone Tift,
Nathaniel Tjandra, Estevan Calistro Topetti, Daria Torakova,
Rose Trachtenberg,
Gia C. Trin, Gabriel Macio Turek, Emma Charlotta Olvengren, Shannon Grace Vakaretsa, Alexis Vargas-Barajas,
Miguel Vasquez,
Madeline Verwey, Simran Verma, Brenda Walker Christine, Michael J. Ward, Sydney Wheatman, Samantha A. Weinhagen,
Tamar Wexler,
Samantha Whitty, Peter Willits, Amy P. Wilson, Spencer Cody Wilson, Vincenzo Tranquilli Wright, Kevin Wu, Peng Wu, Stave Yativ, Grace Yi Yunhei,
Julia Zabala,
Michael Devin Zankai, Mashan Zir Azadabadi, Nahal P. Zaveri, Zachary L. Zemmel, Waikian Zhang.
Students, please rise if you are able. Stevenson College, Class of 2020. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Regents and the President of the University of California, I now confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts or Sciences, as appropriate, with all of the rights and privileges thereto pertaining. You may now move your tassels from right to left, signifying the conferral of your degree. Graduates, you accomplished much in your time at UC Santa Cruz. And despite the current challenges, I know that great things lie ahead for you. You leave us now as Banana Slug alumni, but we hope that you'll keep in touch. Please stay safe, stay well, and stay connected. Congratulations and good luck!